Alright guys, welcome to day 6 recap challenge. Today we traded the stocks of ONFO and WNW. First time we're looking at ONFO, stock was at $1.31. What I did miss was that I learned that on yesterday the stock closed below 75 cents, meaning that every 15 cents there would be a 5-minute halt. As we would see, that would be a very big problem coming in as the stock opened. We have 930 right there. So decent movement on the 5-minute chart prior opening up. Boom, opened up, came back up, halted, entered a position right there. Halted up first, entered on the when it resumed, came back up, halted again. After the second resumption, I should have realized that it was time to kind of go. You may not see it, but this is a halt over here, and this is a second halt over here. Resumed over here and stopped out. I moved my stop out to break even, protected my capital. My feedback for this one would be that number one, exit out instantly on second halts. They are risky. I understood this was a second halt, and not only that, this stock was under a 15-minute halt, 15-cent halt period. Every 15 cents of movement, it would be either halted up or down. Now, with an incredible amount of volume of 278 million shares of volume, and the float only being 3 million, halts were just like you would know that halts were coming in. I had the option to exit out here. I did not. I didn't move my stop loss to break even, so I was protected there. That takes care of that. For the second trade, we're over here, halted down, coming back up, entering another segment, entering on this next candle, nothing. I think if we see here, basically, I was looking at this halt right over here, halted right over here, resumed here. I thought since it resumed above the pre-market high, it would even keep going even higher, but it was kind of risky. Risky for the fact that, again, just the nature of the stock itself, under it being halted every 15 cents. Well, I should have understood that. I should have used basic previous behavior and apply it to future behavior as a way to analyze the biggest probability, to understand that this was most likely going to be halted down instead of halted up. The reason being because we've already had multiple halt downs before. This halt down here, I believe this one may have been a halt down over here. It halts down like nothing, so it could easily halt down like nothing here. Entered here, stopped over here, entered over here, and then again, entered here, stopped here, entered here, and stopped here. So, yeah, over here, I think at the end, these stops together were about a couple 200 shares losses. But I did, as I was looking at my watch list, I did see this stock WNW. Now, as we see here, 5-minute chart looked good before market opened, kind of just came back down below VWAP. In this case, our pre-market high would be our profit target, but we didn't really get that. I just kind of saw a little bit of momentum happening over here, and maybe it'll see it better in the 1-minute chart. I basically just saw a simple flag here. As you see here, we saw a bump up, a come back here, and then we saw I hit a 10-cent stop and 30-cent profit target on 1,000 shares. It just looks like a bull flag, so I just traded that bull flag with the profit target below the VWAP, and it just hit. A little bit of luck, a little bit of strategy, but I kind of just implemented the steps that I knew to implement when it was time, so came out pretty decent. I want to get a picture here, but I want to get a picture of this, but I want to make it look normal. WNW play. Yeah, it looked all right. It just looked all right. Was that here? Is this WNW? Okay, so I looks like I already analyzed it, and it looks like I already put my losing positions here. So yeah, that's the recap. So for today, had I just kept this and not dabbled back into ONFO, would have been about $300 profit. But we're gonna end up, after I took those 2 losses. So this is the first trade. I took I took the break-even loss on ONFO, then the winning $300 win on ONW, back to ONFO. After these 2 losses, my profit went from 300 down to 200, and I just called it a day. Better to leave with something on the table than to leave with nothing at all, as I have learned. Thank you all for watching. That's a recap for today. See you guys. Tomorrow's Friday, April 17th. Tomorrow we're going to close out the week strong. I'm going to close it the right way. We're going to execute things properly. And even if none of my trades work, I will make sure that my system and my strategy, my structures are all followed. For those that are watching, thank you for watching. This is mostly just a recap for myself, for me to go back on and document the journey. We'll speak then.